There's one story that happened with us last week in home. We were just, getting food, preparing food and the meals and everything, and we find something in the freezer. It was a meal, a leftover meal that my aunt did before she left to Gaza. She's actually not my aunt, she's my mom's best friend, but she's like my aunt as well. So she made a huge amount, and we had to keep some in the freezer, and it tastes so good. So when we wanted to reheat and to eat this meal, we were feeling so bad. Like, we know she's living now in a tent with her kids and her husband and most of her family, and she has moved more than 5 times already from north of Gaza Strip to the south, and she also stayed in a hospital tent for a while, and she cannot afford to have food, even a simple one. And we were just looking at the meal like she cooked this one for us before leaving to Gaza, and now we're eating her food, but she's not even able to share us the meal or like even talking to us and let us know what's happening with her. So I mean, what's happening now, it's something that we can see and feel in our daily lives, in the details that we go through, especially if you know someone in Gaza. And even for those who doesn't know someone personally who live in Gaza, they still can relate to the people there, because we are humans at the end, and we share the same ambition and dreams and needs, and we all want to live free. So when I see the people evacuating and they are forced to leave from northern Gaza Strip to the south, although not all of them have left, I keep remembering what my grandparents have told me and how they went through the same thing, and their parents as well. And I can't imagine that there was no documentation, like a proper documentation back then for what they have been through. So that makes me, and I believe for many refugee Palestinians, like it gives us more of a connection to Palestine, because we can see now. We don't only visualize and read, we can literally see what is happening, and we can imagine that the same thing has happened to our own family. And of course, that thing will connect us even closer to Palestine. I mean, we are Palestinian and we are raised this way, and we always dream of going back to Palestine or even visit Palestine, because we're not capable of that. We're not allowed to. So looking at the people of Gaza is just reminding us of the Nakba, although we hope that it's not going to be a new Nakba for Palestinian, and hopefully they can go back to their homes. Being in Malaysia, even if it's somehow far from Palestine geographically, but I'm always happy to see how Palestinian flag is everywhere. People are free to speak about Palestine, and they're really supportive. So we have this sense of community where you have people who support you and who encourage you and who want to know more about your cause. So that always brings comfort to us Palestinians in Malaysia, and we really appreciate that. And hopefully one day we can, both Palestinians and Malaysians, go to Palestine together and see Palestine free.